For me, coffee is, mid-morning, at home. I would ask my wife whether she's ready for her coffee. We relax, we connect. So it's like, it's almost this ritual.
I love the way coffee brings people together. It's a way of engaging and holding the space, and what a joyful way to do it, just cradling a cup of coffee. I'm Sean.
I'm Kevin.
And this is our blend.
Crafting the perfect brew doesn't happen overnight, but Montville Coffee aims to deliver perfection each and every morning. With an invested commitment to fair trade, Sean and Kevin want to ensure the great coffee is for everyone.
Sweet, let's fire up the roaster. I'll sort out a little bit of green bean. We should be bang on schedule.
So I'm originally from the Netherlands. My parents, in the Netherlands, the coffee they drink is not high quality. And so I remember maybe being 10 years old, out on holiday, and I saw my parents drink quite a bit of coffee, and so I was like, I want to try this. So they gave me a cup of coffee with some milk in it, and I had my first sip. I was like, I'm not sure why you guys are drinking this stuff. I don't want any of this. So yeah, the funny thing for me is that I didn't start drinking coffee until I joined the business 8 years ago.
Yeah, so I was around 15 years old, and one of my pals said to me one afternoon, he said, let's go for coffee tomorrow morning. So I remember turning up first, and the barista waved at me. I thought, that's pretty cool, and the waiter came up. I said, I'll have a white coffee, please. And the waiter said, well, how about a flat white? And I thought, that sounds about right. I immediately got hit with this hum of community. People that engaged, they'd come together, and they wanted to chat and converse over coffee. And I guess as I became more and more interested in it, I realized throughout history, people have done that. And coffee's been the conduit to building connections, and I wanted to be a part of that. Yeah, that's perfect. That lovely even level of caramelization across that coffee. It's been well roasted. I think as you become more aware of the injustices in the coffee supply chain, and you learn about poor education, marginalization, access to finance, all the things that we might find a bit easier here. Malnutrition is another huge thing that the coffee communities grapple with. It becomes incumbent upon you to take that on board as a responsibility to help them out of that cycle. So that motivates me every day to want to share the story and get the best we can out of those prized beans.
That's why our commitment to fair trade is as strong as it is, as it was in the beginning.
What I find fun is every time I ask the growers, what more can we do for you? Because we want to do so much. They always say the same thing. They always say, buy more of our coffee and we'll take care of the rest.
Part of Sean and Kevin's commitment is the continued education around coffee in their Build Your Dream Blend Masterclass.
What I want you to do is just find your way around the table and just grab a cup. Peru, I'm thinking about milk chocolate, cherries, macadamia. How's that compared to Sumatran coffee where I've got dark chocolate? It's definitely got more body. So Build Your Dream Blend's awesome. We get an eclectic range of people who all arrive here. What we do is we guide them through those single origin coffees that we've spoken about today. So as they then start to hear the stories of the growers as well as taste the coffees, they're building conscious and subconscious relationships and drawing on some of that knowledge that they've built around coffee, and they have a bit of a crack at building what's their dream blend. And the real joy is when they then appreciate just how dynamic coffee is to work with.
It's like playing, it's like cooking, putting different ingredients together and see what comes out.
The other thing I love about the Build Your Blend experience is it comes back to those core roots of cafe or coffee. It's people coming together, these strangers connect and they leave as friends.
All right, who's ready to take home their own blend? Right, we'll make them
Kevin.
up. Here we go. So these days we're on the west side of Caloundra in Baringa. We're still called Montville Coffee because our roots go really deep.
Lots of good things are happening in this area. There's young families, there's schools, there's a tremendous sense of community. Lots of great local businesses are coming into this particular business park. So, the coast is evolving and we're part of that.
If you want to take part in one of the classes or just have a delicious brew, you can find more about Montville Coffee at the Visit Sunshine Coast website.
It's not around just putting a coffee on a pedestal and worshipping that. It's about actually bringing people together for conversation and being a lubricant of sort of social cohesion. And yeah, you find that with coffee, and especially in Australia, the culture is really strong and vibrant, and it's a really beautiful one to be part of.